Okay, so this is the thing. SAS is the ultimate warrior lodge, if that makes sense. So it's like having a jiu-jitsu gym where everyone is at the highest level, and everyone who's there isn't just there because they're good at jiu-jitsu or firearms or reconnaissance. It's because they're just really good warriors, and that's the draw to it, and that's the appeal, because I am a warrior and I understand the appeal of it. So when people talk about warrior culture and they make criticisms of the SAS about their warrior culture, you need to understand that's what they fucking exist for. And this is a people group, and you need us. You need this people group. And when I say us, that doesn't mean I am SAS. It means us as in I am part of that sect of society who has that skill set, who is a part of the people who have been involved in violence and are skilled with it. And there's a lot of very dark and toxic stuff which is associated with warrior culture. Um, I I used to hold that part of me as more important than other parts of my identity. In the same way, we shouldn't make parts of us, such as our vocation, all of us, um, as I've become a more complex and complete person, it's no longer the thing which is the most interesting thing about me or interesting thing to me. In fact, I'd say, like, I'd much rather be a loving, caring kind of psychologist or counselor, or something like around that. Definitely psychologist, because I fucking earned that title and everything around that. But the appeal to the SAS and why that's something which is difficult for me to sort of completely break free from is that warrior lodge part of it. And I kind of get it. I get the community aspect of it. I understand why they have this different identity to commando and different part the rest of military, and why they became their own thing, and why there was all these behavioral problems with SAS. Uh, and certainly the culture needs reform, but they are a people group, and you need people with that warrior culture. It's something which is useful, and that is the Warrior Lodge in Australia, and that's the attraction to them, and that's the reason why they drink so fucking much and they do all this crazy stupid shit. It's because that's the fucking point. Um, and it needs to be tamed down a little bit, and it needs to be turned into something professional, which is actually achieves its objectives and not just a fucking party, and not just a cultural practice of this warrior community. But that's the appeal to it. And this is why people like the Chief of Defence Force, who attempted to, who removed their meritorious unit citation for their work in Iraq and Afghanistan, that's what he doesn't get, because he is so not that. Um, and I get these men. I, in some ways, I'm similar to that. Like, I'm part of that, the overarching group, not Venn diagrams, warriors who are part of the warrior culture, who have been part of warrior lodges, right? And then you've got SAS, and we're part of that kind of, I'm not part of that intersection, okay? that's how I can relate to these people and understand their behavior, because we are alike in many ways, but I'm not them. And it's difficult to throw out the idea that I'll never be them, even though that's not been something which I've sat down and really aspired to. It was something which I was interested in when I was like 18 or 19. At 30, I'm thinking, yeah, no, we do the same work, but